So it's really good. We're number one. We opened at number one, and it's a top trending title as well. So it's doing really well. Yeah.
For those who have seen it so far, what are the things that you've read that the people are liking?
I think people are quite excited that it's Franki Russell's first film, and they really seem to be interested in how she does, and they seem to be pleased. And the whole chemistry between Diego and Franki seems to be a big part of it. And then also on TikTok, Andrea Garcia is trending as well. Like she had an interview on TikTok. Andrea Garcia is over 1 million views in like 24 hours.
Andrea Garcia what is her role in the movie?
So she plays the lead detective. She plays his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Gia Arroyo's girlfriend.
How long did you make the movie?
What's that?
How long did you make the movie?
We shot in 7 days.
All scenes were shot in Pampanga.
We shot in San Fernando and then Angeles.
After the city.
City. Yeah.
Why Pampanga? Why was that the location of choice?
We wanted to shoot in, like, bars were a big part of the film. So we wanted a place that we liked the bars and had, it's like we needed like several different things. So Pampanga kind of seems, for our budget level, a good fit. Because we also know people that, we have like a really good local coordinator there. So he was really helpful, VJ Vera. He's an actor now, so hopefully I can work with him also. He's signed with Vivo. But he's a local coordinator, he's really talented.
You did write the script, right?
Yeah.
So what's the inspiration of the story?
Yeah, this one, the theme was the big inspiration.
How did the story come about?
Yeah, everything came from the theme first. So the theme of betrayal, and then there's this kind of feeling of like how I feel about society right now. That's like what started it, and when I'm also interested in like money lending and gangs and. So I started, when I did research, that's kind of like where it formed more.
So you did research stories like that here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And then, did you know that your story is kind of very timely because of this recent incident regarding Percy Lapid? Do you know him? Do you know the story?
Yeah, I saw it's trending like right now, right? Yeah.
Diba some government officials are donating money, PABUYA.
As a reward to find the killer of Percy.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good coincidence? Now that your movie is showing?
I was surprised that no one else made the parallel. I was surprised no one else made the connection. So I'm happy that you did. Because I searched PABUYA and it's like, oh wow, this is unfolding like right now.
Actually, during the press con, we were talking about that me and
Oh, yeah.
Andy.
Oh wow.
We cannot ask the question kasi might something taboo for Viva.
But yeah, it's a big thing right now.
Yeah. So you haven't read, the news haven't come up yet, and yet you wrote a story about that. You're advanced.
Yeah. I guess I got lucky. Yeah.
Was it difficult writing PABUYA as compared to Rosoy?
Yeah, because I did do a bunch of research and there was I was trying to tell the story a very specific way. So there is a lot of like really great details and nuggets that I didn't include that I could maybe make into another film. But I really wanted to like keep it really focused, and I wanted to also, there's like another film, Sitio Diablo, which the economic level's much different. So I wanted to kind of, have this story at a certain economic level. So I had to, some of the research that I found, I had to kind of disregard to only tell this kind of story because I wanted, it wasn't like everyone's in poverty. It's like a gang that is, they're doing well. Yeah.
But are you so interested about poverty, bands, and that's so interesting kasi when you watch the films.
Yeah, well, so my next project, I'm in between, I'm deciding between two projects. So my next one may not be in this milieu. It might be very, very different.
Oh, that's
but we'll see what what happens. But for me, if we're gonna do, I'm really fascinated with crime right now. So if we're gonna do crime action, for me, that's when I talk to people. That's kind of the, and especially if you're doing like sexy films, like
It's easy to connect.
yeah, that's kind of like a lot of the most exciting stories come from that. So I really want to do crime, at least right now. So if it's drama, it wouldn't deal with those type of things.
When you started your career here in the Philippines, what was that like?
What was-
Who opened the doors for you? Or did someone contact you to go here?
I was in a relationship with someone that's from here, so that's how I got like exposed to the Philippines. Because when I moved to Singapore first, and I lived in Singapore for 9 years. But during that time,
That was 2000.
I don't
Can't
know.
remember.
No, I moved 2011. I moved to Singapore in 2011 to go to graduate film school, and then I started dating someone, and they're from here. So I would come here and I would meet her family and her friends, and I always like to hear people's stories. Like I always ask them like, what's going on in your life? Like tell me a crazy story. Like always, my earlier work, it's a little less now, but my earlier work would always be based off things that people told me, like entirely. Almost like they tell me a big thing, all I do is take this out, take that out, and then that's their story. I don't add anything. Now I add
How did
more.
you translate it? Because obviously you cannot understand Filipino.
Oh, they tell me in English. Yeah. No, but some people don't speak English. I have a translator or have a friend. But to answer your question, there's a producer here, Allenberg Ong.
Oh, it's
Who's
Allenberg.
a good friend of mine that I really respect. And we met, I think, 2016. And he helped me a lot. And then Brillante Mendoza, I also met 2015. No, I met Brillante 2013 actually, but we became closer, like talking more about films around 2016 because that's when my film was in festivals. So we, you kind of play Busan, you meet each other in other festivals and things. So those were two people, and then Mikhail Red is like a big influence on me and a friend. Yeah, I really respect all three of those people very much. Yeah.
What did Brillante and Mikael tell you about the industry here in the Philippines? Or any advice that they give you?
Brillante taught me to not be so precious because I come from commercials, so like every frame is perfect.
Yes.
Like every aspect of everything is perfect. And typically when I do my films, I shoot one camera. You do your master shot, you get your master shot, then you move on to the close-up, you get your close-up, then so it's like a very precise, like everything is kind of set and good, and then in editing you're kind of just putting it together. But Brillante is more spontaneous, and he has everything in his head, but there's a lot of mystery, happy accidents, and things unfolding. So he shoots two cameras. Like the way we shoot Pusoy is like we do two cameras, and then we do one take, and then another two, and then so it's like there might be mistakes, but you fix it on the next take because you change the camera angle, and then you change the camera angle again. So it's like you have like 6 or 8 shots of a scene, whereas typically I would have one shot. So
But everything is okay with that one shot.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the trade-off.
But you
It's
do
like-
storyboards as well? Because
No.
Mikhail, when he does his film,
It's very
Everything's in storyboard.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you have that process or?
Yeah, so when I met his brother, one of the first times I met Mikhail,
Raymond.
his brother, Nicholas.
Nicholas. Oh, okay.
His brother was storyboarding Erie.
Yeah. Yes.
And they were like, his brother was like exhausted. We went to a party at like a film event, and his brother was like exhausted, like black under his eyes. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you so tired? He's like, oh yeah, we're storyboarding Erie. I storyboard action scenes. I don't storyboard anything else because it works for him. His films are very, like polished. But for me, I don't always have that access to the location as much. And I know if I storyboard and then like the wall is way closer than you expected, like they're just little elements or the light is much better from this angle. Because in my earlier career, I used to storyboard, and then you get to set, and you're like, oh, like the light's so much better this way, or like they look really strange this tight. They should be much wider. So I don't storyboard because it doesn't. For me, there's always a disconnect when you storyboard.
What was the first Filipino film or show that you saw? And what is can you give us the Filipino show or film that influenced you?
Yeah,
So much.
Kinatai.
Hi.
Yeah.
The Brilliant in
So
Mendoza.
Yeah.
how did it influence?
Why did you like it? It's
So I met him. He showed us some parts of Taiwan, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting the way he works. And then I went home, and I was with my girlfriend, and we watched Kinatai, and I was shocked because I come from American filmmaking, some European stuff, like, and then the gorilla, how he hides the camera. There's like hundreds of people in the frame. The camera is just there, and there's like people walking by, and like I come from like making films in New York, and it's like everyone, they hold the crowd, like everyone is like a paid extra. They're there for the whole day. So it's like everything's super controlled, and then it's just like all these people, and then thank you, and then
all these people in the scenes.
and then I also come from Singapore, where they don't give you permission for anything, and the people are so uncomfortable around the camera that they walk into the frame, they stop, they look, they go like. But with the Kinatai, it's like they're just living their lives. They kind of know the camera's there, but it's just like not a big deal to them. And then the scene in the van, because also I come from super well lit, like love all these incredible cinematographers and like Hollywood union cinematographers, and then you can barely see his face, but have you seen it? Yeah, it's like he realizes like, oh fuck, like what have I got myself into? And like you have to sit with him. You have to sit with him for like so long.
Okay, where did Direct Brillante hide the camera?
Did he tell you that?
What do you mean?
Did Brillante Mendoza ever tell you how he hides his cameras? Or how he makes people comfortable in front of the camera?
They just don't bring attention to it. So like we could be shooting right now, and it's a small camera. You just point to it. Yeah. So maybe that's the actor. No one knows. You just hold it, because typically you have the monitor. No, just hold the camera. Yeah.
So how did that influence you in filming in the Philippines?
Yeah. Well, the thing I like the best is like I did a lot with PABUYA. I did a lot of not a lot. I did some improv, and that came from how I worked with Brillante, because he would just give them a scenario and they go. But I wouldn't do that for the main scenes. But I had a few of the actors. I would just give them a scenario, and I'm not exactly like him. We still would plan the lines. Like they'd write them down, but it was like an hour before the morning of. So I would just let them kind of come up with their own dialogue. So there's maybe four or five moments in the film, 5 or 6 moments in the film where it's not in the script. I just said, hey, you guys, when you're walking, just talk. And I tell them what they should talk about, or, you know, you're sitting, you're drinking, and then we just discuss like things they could be talking about. Yeah.
What's the hardest scenes did you make? Did you shoot for PABUYA?
For PABUYA. The most difficult scenes in PABUYA.
The motorbike, the tracking, like the action, the chase.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it's a long chase.
Yeah, because it's very scary.
You were scared
Yeah. Because like
I think.
you worry about everyone's safety.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Do they have a safety
We have a stunt coordinator, or
We have,
is Diego
but-
doing all his scenes?
well, no, it's like we have like a stunt team, but Diego does his own driving. All the actors do their own driving. There's
Diego
no
knows how to drive a motorcycle.
yeah, he's very good. He's like really good. Yeah, like he did some things like to make it more dangerous, and it like scared me. Yeah.
Can you tell us what was that? I think he made more dangerous.
Like he just goes very fast and goes very close to the other vehicles because it's better, so it could be closer, but it is scary because like, you know, something could go wrong. And
Oh, I don't know. It's your responsibility.
yeah, and then they had like fight scene, we had a brawl, and he hurt his leg.
Do you have a fight instructor? During the
Yeah, we had a fight coordinator.
Oh.
Yeah, they coordinate the fight and everything. But like we're shooting, and then in the middle, like Diego like hurt his leg, is like screaming, and then like he's holding his leg, and I was like, I thought it was all over. Like it was very safe. Like everything was planned, but he hit his leg in a weird way. Like he hit his knee on Felix's knee, I think.
But the shooting continues.
And then like 2 minutes later, it's like, oh, I'm fine. But I thought we were done. Yeah.
You're so very nervous.
I care a lot about them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Diego made him nervous. Why Diego? Of the many Viva Max actors, why did you choose him?
Simple.
Yeah, I think he's a good leading man. Like
Did
He
you
has
pick him
that-
or Viva gave it already to you?
he has that he has like that star quality. He has that strength to him. Yeah,
It is his first action film, I think.
I believe so. Yeah,
And sexiest film.
it's by far his sexiest film. Yeah.
You mentioned during the press con that parang because of your grace, you didn't allow to show much of his butt, much of his flesh. So what were you thinking? Is that the same with Diego, that you have so much grace that you want to protect them, something like that?
The funny thing is, he didn't want to show
The full
like his butt, and then one take it showed a little bit by mistake. Like I didn't do it. It just the way he turned his body, you could really see it. And then he goes, "Oh, it's, you know what? Maybe leave it in." But then in the editing, we take it out anyway because
You're so
it's not
needed.
you know.
So
Like,
necessary.
yeah.
And Frankie, how is she as a newcomer?
She cares a lot. Frankie cares so much. Like
Does she care
she
a lot for
works so
Diego?
hard. So much.
So much
Yeah,
for Diego.
so much. Like they're like really always talking. Like
They were like inseparable during
yeah,
the
she
shoot.
has like a lot of questions, and he always like helps her out. Like she has so many questions, and she really cares. Like she did a lot of. She really tried hard. She had like a Tagalog tutor. Like she showed me the script like a month and a half before filming. She had all like notes. She had all like the Tagalog like translated. So I let them change the words. Like if they want to rephrase something, I don't mind. So she like went over it with her tutor and everything. So she's not like perfectly there yet, but I think she's really trying, and I think
The
she's
twang is still
improving.
there.
What's that?
The twang, the language, the
The way
Indian
she's-
accent.
the American
she
accent.
delivers the
Her Filipino lines.
dialogue.
It still sounds like an English.
Sharp.
Yeah, yeah,
We call it sa sharp.
yeah. It's not perfect.
There any plans on getting movie icon? Or do you have any
Keep
movie
trying.
icons here in the Philippines?
You keep on.
I want it. I want it.
Who would you want to work with?
Yeah. Like so many. I really want to work with Kylie Versosa. I really want to work with Anna Jalandoni. I want to work with.
Ano lang doon?
Yeah, I want to work with Piolo Pascual. I want to work with John Arcilia again. John was in my short film, and we still talk. We used to be really close. We're not as close now, but I hope we can work together again. And Bea Alonso and Curtis, all the major. Well, I got to work with Julio Diaz, which was really cool. Joel Torre, I really want to work with.
Joel Torre.
Yeah. Natalie Hart. Many, there's so many. I mean, I could keep going. Yeah.
PABUYA ended like in a cliffhanger. Would you want to have a follow-up on that?
Everyone's dead. I don't think you can do a follow-up.
Like a side story or anything like
No.
after that?
I'm good. I have so many stories to tell. Like that. I think that one's good. Yeah.
Picture after the Diva Tiger up, picture